with Danielle is I really want to sit down and talk over what items are you buying on a regular basis, because as we know with stockpiling, what we really want to be stockpiling are items that we use on a regular basis or things that we're buying, you know, things that you're buying every time that you go to Walmart. That's going to be our top priority for cutting your budget.
Okay.
So if we can find really good deals on those specific items, then that's going to, you know, start to see that weekly budget. Okay, so as far as grocery, what are some things that you guys eat? Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, dinner, things you like usually cook with, stuff like that.
Okay. Slim Fast, we usually both drink that in the morning for breakfast.
So the shakes?
Yes, the shakes.
Okay.
Bread for toast.
Okay.
Cereal. And then milk for that.
Okay. What kind of cereal do you like to eat?
My husband likes Honey Nut Cheerios. Is his favorite, but he'll eat anything. So.
All right. Do you normally buy multiple boxes, or about how much cereal do you think you go through in a week?
Probably a box a week.
Okay, that's not bad.
If we don't have the Slim Fast. So.
Gotcha. So Slim Fast, about how often do you drink that? How many of those would you buy at a time when you were going to the store to buy them?
Well, we started going to Sam's and buying a case of it.
Do you know how much it is at Sam's?
It's $19 and something. So
$19. And how many are in there?
Good question. I think 24.
24. So one of the things that we want to do is we really want to look at the unit price, because when we start to use coupons, we may be buying a smaller package, but if we can buy a small size package with a high value coupon, we're going to save the most.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the unit price of those,
Okay.
rather than looking at like how many we're getting and how much it costs.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to divide that. Do you cook a lot from scratch?
We hang out with a lot of friends, so cakes and things I do cook from scratch.
Okay.
Typically.
So you do a lot of baking.
I do.
Okay. Okay. What else do you?
What
What kind of meals do you guys like to eat?
We eat a lot of casseroles.
Okay.
Because they're just easy to throw in there. And
Sure.
I'm usually exhausted whenever I get to
Right.
work. So, chicken casseroles. Do a lot of spaghetti, lasagna.
Okay. Spaghetti, lasagna. Those are good.
Quick meals.
Do you make lasagna or do you buy it?
I make it.
You make that from scratch? Oh, you need to teach
Without
me
the
how to
noodles.
do that.
I mean, I'm not the noodles.
Okay, let's move on a little bit. What kind of things do you guys like to drink? Do you drink soft drinks? Do you drink juice? Because sometimes I find that meat and beverages can be two of the biggest budget eaters. You know, those are the things that you go, I just spent $12 and all I bought was, you know, a case of Dr. Pepper and 2 pounds of chicken. Right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a huge percentage of your budget. So we really want to make sure we're watching those things.
Beverages, usually water just because they are so expensive.
Do you buy bottled water?
I do for work because I just don't want to drink out of the water fountain.
Sure.
And then of course whenever we go out of town or whatever, we bring
Right.
it to work.
Okay.
I make a lot of tea, a lot of sweet
Okay.
tea. So the tea bags I have to buy.
So do you go through a lot of sugar?
Yes. A lot of sugar.
We're going to add that back over here. Okay.
Yes.
What else?
Let's see. We don't typically buy soft drinks
Okay.
unless a lot of people give us them
After a party or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. So you don't really put soft drinks in your budget. That's good.
No, I mean it's a splurge if we do.
Okay.
If I see them on sale or something, I'll grab
Let's go back to health and beauty and kind of household items.
them. Okay.
You said body wash was a big one.
Yeah.
What else do you use a lot of?
Well, razor blades. I've noticed that takes a ton out of my budget.
It does. Okay. Razors. What kind of razors do you like?
I use Venus razor,
Okay.
and then my husband uses Gillette, I guess.
Okay. Now let me say this here. One of the things that we really want to stress as we go a little bit further into this process is that you can substitute. So like maybe using a different type of razor might be a great way if it's something we can get for free or for really cheap. That might be a great way to kind of sacrifice a little. It's still, most of the time it's going to be a new razor or whatever's new on the market. It's not actually going to be a, you know, like something that's a lower quality or something like
Okay,
that. It's just going to be being willing to switch brands and being willing to substitute can save you so much money in the long run.
Okay.
And I think health and beauty items are the place where that is so much more valuable because, you know, if you can use, let's say, Nivea for men body wash versus Gillette body wash, you might save $3 or $4, you know, a bottle, and that's a huge savings. And does it really matter to him which kind he uses?
No, I don't think so.
So you kind of have to be thinking about that as you go along, as we make this list. Let me know, is there something you don't want to substitute on? Because if not, then we'll find the best deal we can on those items.
Okay.
Is that shampoo?
Shampoo, definitely.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
I try to get whatever's cheapest, but
Okay.
at the same time, I want to take care of my hair. Right now, I'm using Pantene.
Okay.
That's because I found it on sale.
Okay. And about how much would you say you normally spend on shampoo and conditioner? When you go and buy it, like what's a good point where you say, okay, yeah, I'll buy that. It's on sale for how much?
Well, I will because it's good. I'll pay $5 a bottle for the big
huge one.
Pantene. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what my most recent is.
Okay, so one of the other things we want to start to do is say, like you said, maybe I'd pay $3 for a thing of body wash. So we want to start to kind of get to that price point of where you're normally used to buying it. Not necessarily what the retail price is, but what's that price where you're buying it on a constant basis? We want to see how much we can reduce it from that point.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
that you actually see savings.
Okay.
What else would you buy? Shampoo and conditioner,
Um,
razors, body wash, shaving cream?
Shaving cream's a big one for me.
I'm picky about that. Okay, what else?
Face lotion is
Okay.
super expensive.
What kind of face lotion do you use?
Right now I'm using Mary Kay,
Okay.
but I'm about to run out and.
Are you willing to substitute there?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe like if we could get a mail-in rebate on Olay or something like that,
Oh yeah.
then we could go with something that's maybe a little bit less expensive than Mary Kay,
Right.
but something we could still find a great deal on.
Right.
Okay, perfect. What else?
My makeup for sure.
What kind of makeup are you using right now?
Right now, let's see. I have a little thing of MAC. That's just because I got it as a gift.
Okay.
Bare Minerals is what
Okay.
I got, and that's because I got some birthday money, and so
Okay.
I went and bought one of the starter kits to that.
Okay.
CoverGirl.
Okay.
For like
Here's
next
what
year
I like
and
to do with makeup, and this is something that I don't talk a lot about on the blog, is maybe if you have a specific like foundation or powder or primer that you like, let's say like the Bare Minerals or the MAC or something like that, then you might want to go with that as your base,
stuff. Okay.
but then go with something cheaper like the CoverGirl or something like that for the rest, for the color.
Okay.
And a lot of times we can find great deals on that. So that might be where we want to say, okay, let's stick with this because we're happy with it. As far as, you know, we want our face to look the way that we do, you know. But then maybe we want to find like some lip gloss or something, some mascara or something that's kind of fun
Okay.
that we can kind of save there. And that way we're kind of reducing that budget without sacrificing all of it. Does that make sense? Let's see, what else? Cleaning supplies. This is a budget eater for me, or it used to be at least. You know I would go to Walmart and I'd be like, oh, I don't have money to buy laundry detergent
Yeah.
or something like that. So what are you buying?
The main one is laundry detergent.
Okay.
Also the Lysol wipes.
Okay.
I've been using a lot of those.
And that is a great place to be willing to compromise. Something like Lysol wipes, you could find a generic that
Okay.
would be cheaper. You could find like a Clorox versus Lysol. I mean, you know,
Okay.
which one is really better? Nobody
Yeah.
knows, right?
Yeah.
So we'll look. That's going to be a product we're going to look and see what can we find a coupon for. What's on sale this week? Because that's the one we're going to buy. We don't care whether it's Lysol or Clorox or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
The dryer sheets.
Okay, what kind of dryer sheets?
I've just been getting the Walmart brand.
Okay, so you've been going generic there,
Yes.
and that might be a place that we actually find that we can get a name brand for free.
Alright.
See, there you go. Okay, what else?
A lot of the other stuff I haven't had to buy lately since we got married and we
Okay.
just put our stuff together. Let's see.
Paper towels, toilet
towels is
paper.
a big one.
Okay, now toilet paper. This is one that most people are picky on, right? What kind of toilet paper do you like?
It's Charmin is what.
Charmin, okay.
Charmin.
Okay, we'll see if we can't find a good deal on Charmin.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take her list and we're gonna start to watch the ads. We're gonna watch for these things that are on this list right here, because these are our basics. These are the things that you think of every time you go to the store, like, oh, I need to buy that, I'm going to throw it in the cart, right?
Right.
If you're buying these every week when you go to the store, you're spending a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what we want to do is buy these things at rock bottom prices, and we're going to buy a big quantity of them so that you don't have to buy them every time you go to the store. That way you're getting the best savings.
Okay.
Make sense? Awesome. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. We're going to continue this. We're going to move on to another task and see how much money we can save Danielle.